Just wanted to show you some of my upgrades. Just got a Kenwood DDX-9904s, and sorry, no unboxing, and because it came in a box, there's nothing to show. And I didn't do an install either, because there's plenty of videos out there how to disassemble the dashboard, but I'll go over it real quick. If you use the plastic trim panel removal tools, you can pop out this piece. It goes all the way down there. You just kind of get in between here and pull it forward or toward you, and then this piece is connected to this piece, so this whole thing just comes out. There's no connectors or anything to pull apart. And then to get out the factory radio, you have to have this off first. Same thing, you just pry. I started over here and kind of just popped this out and worked it down, and then grabbed it over here and kind of popped it out too. The radio itself, the factory radio, which I won't lie, I love this new Kenwood. This thing's got a lot of features, but I miss my volume knob. Anyhow, so basically you pop this out, and then you've got the radio, which takes up more room, and it's got 4 bolts, 10mm bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take those bolts out, then you grab the radio by each side and you just pull it straight out. That was dramatic. Pull it straight out. Of course, installation is reverse of removal, but it was pretty easy. I was surprised. I was afraid to pull it all apart, but it literally just pops apart. 4 bolts, it's out. The new head unit, you can take the mounting brackets off of the factory one and they will bolt right up to the new one, and I think that is common across any imports. The domestic uses some other kind of setup that you have to use the brackets that come with the kit, and I think I have another video out there showing the kit a few months ago, but I don't know, it's cool. I lost some of the features that my screen went out. I lost some of the features that I was using on the factory unit. For one would be the trip information. I mean, I just looked at it. It's not like you can do anything with it, but it would tell me, you know, roughly my miles per gallon for each trip, and I could kind of get an average off of that, but it's not a big deal. What else did I lose? I didn't lose the steering wheel controls. I have the iDatalink Maestro behind here, so I can still communicate with the car, and it allows me to continue to use the steering wheel controls, and it made them programmable, so I can get dual functions out of each key, which is kind of cool. So for example, the volume down, if I just press it once, the volume goes down 1 notch. If I press and hold it, it'll instantly mute it, so kind of takes the place of my volume knob that I really miss. But I don't know, cool stereo. It's got 2 USB aux inputs in the back. One is for iPhone, but can also be used for Android or USB sticks or anything. But if you're using your iPod or your iPhone, it can only go to that specific input. That one I currently have tied to this because I use iPhone, iPod, iPads for now. But the other one I want to hook up will do everything except for iPod or iDevices. But those jacks are $85 a piece. Thanks, Toyota. It's like a $4 part, charging me $85 for one. Then the wiring harness, which is only 8 inches long, is another $75. So if anybody has a Corolla they're getting ready to get rid of, or they wrecked, or they're trying to part it out, hit me up. I might buy this port off of you and the wiring harness. And if you live locally, I'll even come and take it out. Anyhow, back to the radio. Rant over. If I were doing CarPlay, I would hit this, or iPod, which is it's connected, but it's not working for some reason. It's not the unit, it's the iPod. But I can search. Yeah, this is no contents. It was working great 2 days ago, then all of a sudden it stopped. I think it's actually looking for my iPhone as opposed to my iPod, but I'll figure it out. See, iPod says it's connected to the DDX-9904s, but it's not doing anything. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Probably because I haven't figured out how to use it yet. Probably helps if I read the manual. There's no fun in that though. It's funny because it's got the gauges lit up. This would be cool, except it tells me the ODB2 is disconnected. Well, it comes with a connector and a wire for that. It plugs into the ODB2 port. But in the instructions on the Maestro, it tells me I don't need it. So I'm thinking of hooking it up and seeing what it does. I don't think it'd hurt anything. But anyways, that would be a cool feature to have, because it gives you the intake temperature, fuel load. I don't know what the load means. Miles per hour, RPM, P2, page 2. Again, read the effing manual. What else? I haven't figured out how to get iHeartRadio on here, but it does do Pandora and Spotify. Disc. This is cool. I put up a video earlier, real short, where I can watch. I know I'm late to the game, but if I do reverse, of course it goes right to reverse, and I hooked it up so that when I drive I can still watch it or listen to it and glance down every once in a while, because watching video while you drive is highly unsafe. Anyways, it's got aux in and aux out. Sorry, screen keeps going dead. It's got aux in and aux out. So the plan is I'm going to get all those dongles and get digital copies of the movies that I have on my Mac, and hook them up so I can play them in here on the aux in. On the aux out, I'm going to eventually install headrest monitors for the kids. That way, anytime we take trips, they can watch movies. I'm also going to use that aux in to, again through dongles, hook up a PS4 in here. Then I can play games too. Kind of fun. One of my next project is going to be installing a power inverter, hardwired. Not sure where I'm going to put it though. We'll figure it out. Anyways, I just wanted to show off my new stereo. It's pretty cool. Fits real nice. Disc goes back there. That's wrong. I never had my sensors programmed. So, well, actually it is right. Maybe the temperature's wrong too, because it's like 24 degrees out. It's funny because this will still pick up the Highlander when I'm parked next to it. But I'll get that squared away eventually. But I think it also shows you if you have the door open. Where's that? Yeah, see I got the door open. It went yellow. Kind of cool. Voltage. Anyways, let me know if you have any questions. Sorry I didn't do an install video.